Good family, what's good? What's good? Coming at you real quick today. I'm your gracious host, Dr. Juice. Happy Sunday on this August 18th, 2024. Got something I want to share with the family real quick.
They're not shooting you because you're black. They're shooting you because of your social economic condition. You're powerless. They know the only thing you're going to do, they shoot 20 blacks tomorrow. Only thing you're going to do is go out and march. That's all you're going to do. They know that. You have no power and wealth.
Vote for what? Vote for what? Vote for what? Black folk got to learn how to practice group economics. Black Americans spend every penny they get outside their own community.
The economic philosophy of black nationalism only means that we should own and operate and control the economy of our community. The political philosophy of black nationalism only means that the black man should control the politics and the politicians in his own community.
Quit letting people mislead you about voting. Voting ain't worth a damn if you don't have an economy. I have for attorney generals, for congressional people, for mayors and city council people. Politics, voting and politics ain't worth a quarter in voting if you don't have an economy. It's money that controls your politics. You take your money on that first floor and the powernomics concepts that I'm trying to get you all to buy into. You take that money off the first floor, you buy every politician on the second floor. Don't worry about voting, buy them. Be just like the mafia. Be like the mafia. Just buy them. If you can't, you don't have enough money to buy them, then rent or lease them for a while. You rent and lease him. Then you commission him and say, now on this second floor, now that I bought you, just like this next election, you can see all this money going into all these candidates, billions and millions of dollars. They're buying those politicians. You buy them on the second floor. And then you tell them on the second floor, now, down to the powernomics principles, I bought your rear end. You now take your rear end to the third floor. And on the third floor, that's your court system. I don't care whether it's the Supreme Court or the local superior courts or county courts or city courts or state courts. You buy them. And you tell them on that second floor in the court system, you start taking care of my people and doing right. The courts control the police department. The third floor is the courts and the police department. The police department would not be killing your people and shoot them down if they knew that you had an economy underneath you. They're going to pull in you. How many of you seen police shooting down Jews, for instance, running? How many times they've been shooting down Asians? How many times you see them heard them shooting down American Indians? They only shoot down black folk. You don't have an economy to dictate to the police department or to the court system.
All right, family. As you saw so elegantly, Dr. Claude Anderson putting into words, we have to focus on economic solutions for our communities. Family, we're not going to vote our way out of poverty, racism, police shootings, any of that, okay? We must focus on economic wealth building, generational wealth building. Businesses, don't get me wrong, jobs are cool, but a job can be here today, gone tomorrow. So I had to play that real quick clip by Dr. Claude Anderson. Powernomic solutions. We gotta increase our economic power into our communities. That is the only way out of this mess. We're not going to have a come to Jesus moment where we're going to make ourselves free. Okay, let's focus on Black economics, group economics. Let me ask y'all a question real quick, and this is just from my sincerest heart. How many times have you seen Asians include us into their legislations and their bills that they have before Congress? Do they ever say, wait a minute, we got to include everybody into this? How many times have you heard the Spanish in the DACA bill and some of the international bills they have, the borders bills and whatnot? How many times have you seen Spanish people say, wait a minute, we got to include Black people into this? Wait a minute, it's got to be all inclusive or we don't want it. They never do that. Sad to say, we're the only ones that talk about that goofy stuff and say goofy things like that. Wait a minute, this is for everybody. All lives matter. No, it doesn't. Because they're not making your life matter inside of their legislations. And I'm not trying to preach hate. Don't think I'm trying to preach you hate or whatnot. I'm telling you to hate people. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just saying we so focused on every other thing, goofy stuff, who to go, football, basketball, fashion. And don't get me wrong, I like to be fly too. But I have a couple of rich clients. Everybody know I got a transportation business, right? And so these clients are, I'm not telling you rich, they're worth millions. Sometimes I pull up on a tarmac at a private airport and pick one of the clients up at the private airport. I pick him up at the private airport, right? Pull right up on the tarmac. He literally flies his own private jet. He gets out of the jet. Do you know I've never seen that guy wear any Gucci? I've never seen him wear Prada. I've never seen him wear Louis Vuitton. To be honest with you, I've only seen him have 2 pairs of shoes. And he shines those shoes every day before he gets ready to go somewhere. And I've only seen him with maybe like 5 sports coats ever, and maybe 5 or 6 pairs of pants that he wears. He wears this stuff every single time. He doesn't have Gucci. He doesn't have red bottoms. He doesn't waste his money on jewelry. To be honest with you, he is a jeweler. He knows how to make jewelry. His family taught him growing up as a kid how to craft jewelry and how to craft different arts and different statues of bronze and all kind of stuff. I've never seen this rich guy wear Gucci. I've only seen him wear 5 different outfits the entire time I've known him. And that's been about 10 years. So I have several clients. I have another client that he's a bio engineer. He's a bio waste engineer. And if anybody knows what a bio waste engineer is somebody who takes garbage and turns it into treasure. Like, for instance, I picked him up one day. So I asked him, I said, what do you do? He said, I'm a bio waste engineer. I said, what is that? What does that entail? Like, what do you do as, your what is your description, your job description? He said, well, say for instance, right? I'll come in. You guys are in Polk County, right? You got a lot of orange groves around, right? He said, you ever ride through some of those back roads off of Sinkhole Road and Hunt Brothers Road, and you see how they burn those trees and stuff? He said, now somebody like you know what you could do? He said, you being a bio waste engineer, you could tell them, hey, don't burn those trees because that's bad for the environment. That creates climate issues and whatnot for burning those trees. You bring your buddies in, right? He said, you guys get those trees, pull them up, bulldoze them up or whatever. Most of the time they've already bulldozed them up. He said, you guys come out there and say, hey, well, I'll charge you such and such to haul these trees off and dispose of them for you, right? So now you're thinking about, okay, how can I get that disposal fee, right? And eliminate that disposal fee. He say, so what you and your buddies will do, you get all your dump trucks, dump it, and then you'll take it down to a sawmill, or you go buy you one of those, at Home Depot, you can get those little wood chippers machines, the big machines that grinds down the wood. He said, you put that wood, you and your buddies would grind that wood down and get you some of those recyclable brown bags. He said, then you take all the chips and bag them up, and then you go take it and sell it at Publix. He said, now what you've done, you've created no overhead for yourself. You don't have a disposal fee now, and you charge him to dispose of them. And then you charge him another fee to haul it off. He said, you put all that, incorporate that in your fee, then you take it, and then you break it down, and then you go sell it to places like Publix, Home Depot, and you sell it for barbecue wood. You chip it down and you say, hey, I got this new product. It's called orange chippings wood, orange flavored wood. You know how they have the apple flavored wood. They have all type of mesquite flavored woods. And boom. Now you just took some trash and made it out of a treasure. That's the type of ideas and solutions we got to come up with our community. We also have to start, if y'all ain't paying attention, pay attention to the AI community. Artificial intelligence, you have all this stuff like, I don't know if anybody have heard of this new app they have on your internets and whatnot. It's an AI smart bot. So these bots can literally take any type of information and they can take the words for you, summarize the words, create reports, create everything. You have to now start your kids. Well, a lot of these kids are in it. I think just us, the older group, Generation X, generation, the baby boomers generation, we have become so out of touch with reality right now. We're not paying attention to anything that's happening right now as far as computers and as far as, generative AI, they call it. And so what's going to happen, we're going to be roadkill and we're not going to be able to keep up with the technology. We must start implementing technology tools and technology solutions in our community. This is why we're in last right now in America. We're in last place, family. I don't know if you're paying attention. That's why you can't keep up with the economy. That's why you can't keep up with the prices of food, gas, and the cost of living, because we are falling behind because we won't technologically educate ourselves. That's what we're going to be doing here at this platform going forward. We're going to focus on educational solutions, and we're going to start focusing on real-time solutions when it comes to economics in our community. You can't compete without economics. You have to create investments. You have to now start focusing, because if not, you're going to be a permanent underclass. You got to get off the goofy stuff. Stop twerking. Stop all of this goofy, ratchet behavior in our community. Stop worried about who to go. Stop worried about, just the streets. Stop worried about. Have y'all been paying attention to what's going on, especially in Atlanta? It is so much ratchetness. I've seen a lot of these, what do they call them? The beauty supply stores are starting to get evicted. That's another thing. Pay attention to the business closures right now. People are going out of business. People are starting to dissolve their businesses. They're laying off. Pay attention to the layoffs. Pay attention to the stock market right now. The stock market is collapsing. They're not going to come out and tell you this stuff. You just have to have the know-how and the actual ears and the actual eyes to see it. You have to have a learned ear and a learned eye to see what's going on, because they're not going to tell it. Even with the whole pandemic, that thing was already out there. If you would have just had a trained eye and a trained ear to see it and to see it before it happened, you would have saw it. But you're too distracted by goofy stuff. That's why you didn't see the pandemic coming. That's why you're not going to see this inflation. That's why you're not going to see this bank collapse coming. You're going to wake up one day and the banks are not going to be even open. You're going to try to go and draw money out. ATMs are not going to work. That's what we are in right now. And they got you distracted by this goofy election. This is the goofiest goofball election I've ever seen. Trump against Kagame. It's just, It's all for show and entertainment. They need somebody entertaining in office to get ready to do the global collapse, a global monetary collapse. Every single currency in the world is collapsing as we speak. If you think I'm lying, I will pull up the articles right now. You'll see the bankruptcies happening. You'll see the business closures happening. Harley Davidson's going out of business. You got all different Dollar General, they've going out of business. And y'all know everybody go to Dollar General. Walmart is cutting stores. They're closing down stores. Family, start preparing now. Stock up on water, canned goods, food. The same way we do down here in Florida when it's hurricane season. Start stocking up on generators. Make sure you have gas that is stocked up. You have, tanks of gas that you can always go to. And solar energy, family. Invest in some solar panels. You can have these little portable solar panels you can buy from places like Tractor Supply. They got them at Home Depot. You can get them on Amazon and get you what they call a solar generator. The generator is able to connect to those solar panels through cables, and you'll be able to run stuff like your refrigerator. You'll be able to run things like your hot plates where you'll be able to cook things on like a little electric grill or whatever. Family, use the resources you have and create resources for yourself. Why don't foundational Black Americans focus on building wealth? You're not going to vote your way. You're not going to be rich with earned income. A job is cool, but why we can't have a job, another little business on the side that we do, while our kids can't have a business while we're working 9 to 5s? Who said we have to just work one job and then come home and go to sleep and do the same thing all over again? Who said that? Who said that? Let me pull up the comments, y'all. Y'all give me some comments and give me some feedback. I want some feedback. Please give me some feedback. I need to see some feedback, family. Let me make sure we got all our comment sections and everything working. Make sure we got everything working. Let me make sure. Let's see. We're just going to see if we got the comments section going, because I've been having some issues with my comment section here. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we got it working. We got it working, family. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's see if we got it working. We have to focus on Black economics. I'm just trying to see if we got my comment section working, family. Make sure we got that. Let's see. Here we got it. I think we got it working. All right. Yeah, we got it working. We got it working. Yes, sir. All right. But like I said, we're going to be coming back today, y'all. Please join us today later on. We're going to be going live at 5 o'clock, and we're going to be talking about economic solutions through technology, how to create technological solutions to help you make money while you sleep. Who doesn't want to make money while they're asleep? Tell me, who doesn't want to make money while? If you want an easy way to make money, please join us at 5 o'clock today. We will be going live again here at Urban Matters Black Media Group. We're focused on Black economics. We're not focused on goofy stuff. We don't want to dance. We don't want to talk about who Black. We don't care. We're talking about green, okay? We're going to be talking about strictly green. I ran into a couple of folks yesterday, Saturday, and they tell me that, hey, they're watching the platform. They like what I'm doing. They like what we're doing, because this is your platform, family. This is not my platform. I don't do this for likes. I need your participation so that we can create Black economics within our community. This is a community. Urban Matters Black Media Group is a electronic technological community. And we're going to be focused on technological solutions to make money. We're going to use our computers and we're going to use all of this technology, our smartphones. You can make, listen, family, I've been trading, I've been doing foreign exchange, I've been doing cryptocurrencies. Family, I have really been busy the last 5 to 10 years. That's why I've been laying low. I've been, I had a little bit of health issues, but hey, I'm back now in perfect health. The Creator gave me the strength to pull through. And listen, the enemy is at your neck every day. Your open enemy wants you to come out and vote for them, but they're not offering you any solutions. I know y'all seen what I just posted. Did y'all see what I just posted? Dr. Claude Anderson. Remember that. Remember that. It's about Black economics, family. Black economics. That's our way out of this mess, not voting. We're not going to vote our way out of this mess. We're not going to do it.
They shoot you because of your social economic condition. You're powerless. They know the only thing you're going to do, they shoot 20 blacks tomorrow. Only thing you're going to do is go out and march. That's all you're going to do. They know that. You have no power and wealth.
Vote for what? Vote for what? Vote for what? Black folk got to learn how to practice group economics. Black Americans spend every penny they get outside their own community.
The economic philosophy of black nationalism only means that we should own and operate and control the economy of our community.
Own and operate and control your own economy. Not have somebody else come in, not go and vote for somebody and let them control your money, let them control your economics, let them control your ideas.
The political philosophy of black nationalism only means that the black man should control the politics and the politicians in his own community.
Quit letting people mislead you about voting. Voting ain't worth a damn if you don't have an economy. I have run political campaigns for presidents, for governors, for attorney generals, for congressional people, for mayors and city council people. Politics, voting in politics ain't worth a quarter in voting if you don't have an economy. It's money that controls your politics. You take your money on that first floor and the powernomics concepts that I'm trying to get you all to buy into. You take that money off the first floor, you buy every politician on the second floor. Don't worry about voting, buy them.
Buy them. Buy your way into enrichment of your community. Buy, not vote. Buy, use your money. Stop spending your money up going out and buying Louis Vuitton and red bottoms and going on vacations every year. Buy, invest in your community. It's your responsibility to invest in your community.
Be just like the mafia. Be like the mafia. Just buy them. If you can't, they don't have enough money to buy them, then rent or lease them for a while. You rent and lease him. Then you commission him and say, now on this second floor, now that I bought you, just like this next election, you can see all this money going into all these candidates, billions and millions of dollars. They're buying those politicians. You buy them on the second floor. And then you tell them on the second floor, now, down to the powernomics principles, I bought your rear end. You now take your rear end to the third floor. And on the third floor, that's your court system. I don't care what.
Your court system, your police, you buy them. You're not going to scare police into stop killing you and stop killing your children. You got to buy them and control the police and the courts. Everybody got mad with Donald Trump because he got in the office and he started putting all these Supreme Court judges in place. This is what this man is talking about. Donald Trump went and bought the courts. That's what you do. You buy. You can't control them unless you invest your money. You got to buy your way into politics. You're not going to vote your way. Black people are going out and voting, but we're not putting our money into anything except stupid and goofy stuff. Excuse me, y'all. I hate sounding like I'm trying to be your mama or your daddy and tell you how to spend your money. You want to go out and buy all these new cars. You want to go out and buy things you can't afford. And then when the things get repossessed or things get, foreclosed on, you're looking crazy. Like, what happened? What happened was you didn't invest in yourself. You didn't take your money and circulate it back into yourself.
Was Supreme Court or the local superior courts or county courts or city courts or state courts.
You see that third floor, you buy the media. That's what this is. This is media. If we would take Urban Matters Black Media Group, Urban Matters Black Media Live Chat, if we would take and start investing into this, we can control our own narratives. We can communicate with our people. Do you understand that? We would now be able to communicate with our people. You can't win if you don't have a platform to communicate with your people. That's what I'm doing right here. I'm trying to communicate with us, to show us and educate us on how to move through this, navigate through this country by using economics, by using communication. If you can't communicate, if you're not communicating on a level of high intensity, and notice at this platform, we don't apologize for nothing that we say. We don't apologize for any of the information that we put out, because most of this stuff is research, and we are learning and we're educating ourselves. We are creating our own avenues of education, alternative education. Education doesn't mean you have to go to a big fancy college. Education is anything you do to better the experience and get your experience and your technological education or whatever it may be. Communications, whatever. Some people go to school for communication degrees. You can self-learn. You can teach yourself. You can teach your community. You can teach your young folks, but it takes a commitment. You got to give up some of yourself. You got to stop trying to be fancy. Stop trying to look good for people that don't even care about you. You're trying to impress people who cares zero about you. They have zero F's about you. It's all about passing down generational wealth. If you piss it all away, if you spin it all up, you have nothing to pass down but debt. A lot of our family have passed debt down to us, generation after generation. That's why you see these Latinos who come here, and within a year or two, they've brought 10 of their family members over to this country, or they've snuck in one way or the other, but they're building. They'll take 10 of them. I did this, man. I used to work for the UPS, and I used to go way out on those back dirt roads and stuff off in Frostproof and all, the Babson Park area and what have you. And I used to go see these people, 10, 11 of them, 12 of them, staying in one house. They share one vehicle for about 5 or 6 years, and then every year they'll save up all the money, and one will go buy the other one. Now they have 2 vehicles. Then the next year they'll have 3 vehicles, and that's your vehicle, and this my vehicle. I got my vehicle. Now we're gonna get Hector. We're gonna get him a vehicle next month. I mean, they working together, and they're taking their money and they're circulating their dollars within that house. They're circulating that money. They're not going out to McDonald's. They're not going out. How many times have you went? I'm talking about the real Orthodox Latinos. How many times have you went to Publix or Walmart, right? And you see a bunch of those Latinos with the busloads of them pull up. How many times have you saw that at Walmart? You don't see them, because what they do, they buy from their own people. They go to these little Spanish markets, these little mom and pop markets off on the highway or somewhere. You don't see them within a community, because they stick together and they buy from their own. That's called circulating your economics, circulating your dollars. Y'all know that in our community, our dollar, after we get paid on payday, we only circulate that dollar probably about, I think they say 2 hours after we get paid. That dollar has left the Black community. Latinos circulate their dollar at least 12 to 15 days in their community before that dollar leaves that community. The Jews, they circulate their dollar 25 days before it leaves their community. That's why they're so powerful in this country. And the Arabs do the same, probably circulate their dollar 10 to 15 days. That's why you see all those Arabs in your community. And what they do, they come in your community, exploit you with the products that you like, instead of you selling the products, the hair, the tobacco, the alcohol. Instead of you selling that, which you should be selling tobacco and alcohol to your own people, because it's nothing but drugs. That's just legalized drugs. Alcohol, tobacco. Why you think The ATF, they regulate that. The ATF, alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. They regulate that stuff. Why do you think that? Because it's a moneymaker. But I'm saying these Arabs come in your community, exploit your community, and then they sell you products that you should be selling yourself. Like I see a lot of our women, they go to the Asians for like hair, fingernails, all of that. Where they should be, a lot of our women who have these beauty salons, we should be controlling that entire market, owning and controlling your entire economy. You should be selling the nails. You should have stocks of the hair or any type of beauty products. Our black women should have that because we put so much money into that. So that's how you circulate your dollars, because the stuff that you buy, invest in it and sell it in your own community. So you block everybody else from coming out and exploiting your communities. You block other cultures from coming in and exploiting your communities. And then you're making a living. And you're taking your own money and you're saying, hey, I'm making money off my own money because I'm keeping it in the community. I'm keeping it in the community. That's how you make money. That's how you make money, family.
Superior courts or county courts or city courts or state courts, you buy them. And you tell them on that second floor in the court system, you start taking care of my people and doing right. The courts control the police department. The third floor is the courts and the police department. The police department would not be killing your people and shoot them down if they knew that you had an economy underneath you. They're going to pull in you. How many of you seen police shooting down Jews, for instance, running? How many times have they been shooting down Asians? How many times you heard them shooting down American Indians? They only shoot down black folk. You don't have an economy to dictate to the police department or to the court system.
Gotta start black businesses. We gotta focus on technology and building black businesses. That is the only way out of this. The only way, family. You're not going to vote your way out of economics, police brutality, and poverty. You're not going to vote your way out. Join us today, 5 p.m. Join us.
Hey, Breezy, cut that shit up.